They see the next 3 months as a preview of the Kamala Harris presidency. So they're going to try to put her on the pedestal, make her appear to be the one in charge without actually saying it, and that way they can just slide, right through the election.
They could just slide her in.
Exactly.
They want her to look as presidential as possible so that it just looks like a fait accompli.
Yeah. And you see this with the messaging, especially on social media. Like the Biden account will tweet out something like, we accomplished this. Her account will immediately come in and say, yes, Joe Biden and I, me, the head of the Biden-Harris campaign or whatever.
Which is why I think it's really important to, if she wants to take on all his responsibilities now, including just drop into the scheduled debates and things like that, I think it's time to really hold her accountable for Biden's record.
But what's this narrative that the Kamala campaign is pushing where it's like, She comes out and she's like, I'm going to add more border guards, but Donald Trump opposes border guards. It's like her whole point is basically like, I may be the vice president, but I'm not going to do anything about anything right now. And Trump even says this. He's like, I don't understand. Like, she's the vice president.
You could do it now. Right?
She could do it now. What is
for?
she campaigning on?
Yeah, just do the thing.
Well, yeah, she's like, Trump opposes this. When? 4 years ago? What are you talking about?
And she'll talk about more recent border legislation that she'll be like, well, it was going to get passed, but then Trump directed all of his cronies to be against it. And it's like, yeah, it's because it was a bad bill. Like, no one liked this
It's
bill.
just a way for them to put money into
politicking.
Creating legalized immigration.
Whether the bill is good or bad is immaterial, right? You can lie, you can claim one thing, you claim another. The point is, she's in office, he's not.
Right.
Well, Trump told his people to block it. Wait, you're the vice president. What are you going to do? Nothing's going to change. You get elected. What's different? You can't go to Joe Biden right now and say, hey, do thing. Right. Or is the argument that when you get elected, all of a sudden Trump's going to stop trying to meddle in politics? What's the argument?
Meanwhile, the other thing, too, is she has the exact same staff as Biden. As Hannah Claire just pointed out, she's getting his, White House staffers now. So if they weren't capable of getting any of this stuff done for the past 3.5 years, why would they be able to get it done over the next 4?
And a lot of Biden staff also are veterans of the Obama administration, right?
Well, it's the continuation.
The same
Kamala is just a continuation.
It's the same thing as Obamacare. You got to pass the bill to see what's in it. So they don't want to do it now because that would ruin things prior to the election. And they know that this bill, all it's going to do is, as I said, they're going to put a bunch of money into hiring border agents to process immigrant applications. They're not going to put any money into actually stopping the flow of people across the border. They're just going to say, well, hey, look, illegal immigration has dropped by 50%. Yeah, that's because you've got a guy filling out paperwork and just making them all legalized.
You're rolling out a second CB1 app to make it easier for people to cross the border.
So it appears that it's less, but now we have all the same number of people.